Just traveling back, to the 2010s in wrestling, looking at some memorable stories. And, a story that I would be remiss if I don't go back and look upon. It's when Jerry the King Lawler had his heart attack on live on Raw. It was the September 10th, 2012 edition. It was live on Raw, and Michael Cole heard his broadcast partner snoring. He looked over to Jerry Lawler, who was slumped over. Cole knew immediately that something was seriously wrong. He quietly signaled for the ringside doctor to help while calling the next match alone. For the rest of the show, the matches had no commentary. Cole kept returning to the desk to give updates on Lawler as he was rushed to the hospital. He confirmed that Lawler had stopped breathing, but was breathing again after CPR was successful and he was responding to stimuli. The updates continued on the WWE's website and social media once the show went off the air. It was soon confirmed that Lawler had suffered a heart attack. Lawler had an angioplasty next day to improve blood flow to his heart. He recovered quickly from the surgery, and scans determined that he hadn't suffered any brain damage from when he wasn't breathing. A week after the heart attack, he had left the hospital in Montreal and was back home in Memphis. The doctors had determined that his heart attack was not the result of a blocked artery. Something had happened that had caused him to develop an irregular heartbeat. Shortly before his heart attack, Lawler had competed in a tag team match. One of the things Lawler remembers is the spot where Dolph Ziggler hit him with a series of quick elbow drops. At the time, Lawler noticed that Ziggler was putting a lot of weight into the into the blows, and then was left feeling funny afterwards. At no point did Lawler say the elbow drops definitely caused his heart attack or that Ziggler was to blame. However, some did interpret it that way. Ziggler would only use the elbow drop combo on certain opponents after that, mainly to prove that they weren't as dangerous as implied. Commentators would sometimes refer to them as the Heartstopper elbow drops. They pretended this was a reference to Ziggler being compared to the Heartbreak Kid, the showstopper, Shawn Michaels. But people saw through this. At the time of the incident, Lawler was in a feud with CM Punk. In true WWE fashion, Punk would use the incident for cheap heel heat. After Punk taunted Lawler, Paul Heyman then mimicked having a heart attack in front of him. The WWE quietly introduced a new policy. In short, they now avoid booking any wrestler who is over 50. Any exceptions must undergo more rigorous medical exams before they can compete. Obviously, it means that Lawler may not be in any more WWE matches, even though he's cleared to still compete outside of the WWE. Ric Flair claims that this is the reason why WWE won't book him in matches despite passing medicals. Flair, is now close to 70? Both Undertaker and Goldberg have been subject to this policy. As of this year, Triple H will be too. As part of it, even Vince McMahon himself is no longer allowed to compete in matches. I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.